US President Donald Trump has said he does not rule out recognizing Crimea as Russian. The province rejoined Russia in 2014, but is still considered internationally part of Ukraine. RT's Sameera Khan has more on the developments.
On board Air Force One on Friday, Trump spoke to reporters about his upcoming meeting with Putin. When a reporter asked him if he'd recognize Crimea as part of Russia, he said, quote, "We're going to have to see." But then he blamed Obama for the entire Crimea debacle, saying that it was a shame that Obama gave up Crimea. Now, to remind the viewers of what happened in Crimea, back in 2014, a referendum was held with international observers present, and 97% of the population voted to secede from Ukraine and join Russia. The West refused to recognize this plebiscite and then imposed sanctions on Russia and then separate ones on Crimea. But just this week, we also heard from another U.S. official, John Bolton, who said that Trump wouldn't recognize Crimea as part of Russia. So conflicting views coming from the Trump administration, which seems like basic protocol at this point. But these statements come a few weeks before Trump's summit with Putin that's scheduled for July 16th in Helsinki, Finland. But this isn't the first time that Trump has discussed relations with Russia. During the G7 summit, Trump said that Russia should be reinstated. Let's check out what he said.
I would rather see Russia in the G8 as opposed to the G7. I would say that the G8 is a more meaningful group than the G7. Absolutely.
Trump also said that he'd be discussing a range of other issues with President Putin, including alleged election interference, Syria, Ukraine, relations with China and Russia to possibly de-escalate the conflicts going on in the world. But until July 16th, we won't know exactly what happens, so we'll just have to wait until then.